Full start of the day, just under 30 seconds to go here. Pretty nice sailing conditions. Tide is now pushing up from the bottom of the screen to the top of the screen.
15.
So you can almost see the snail trail coming off the red mark given to the tide angle.
10.
4, 3, 2, 1. Good start by the Vario, nice and close to the line. Good time and distance by the other boats as well. All crossing the line fairly soon after go. Nice big gust here, so it's making this reach quite fun. The Vario just blasting off on the right hand side there. A little bit too tight of a race course to be able to get the kites up, so who can hike the hardest and keep the boat flat with the most amount of power is going to be doing best here. Okay boys, go. Downwind start, just about 10 seconds to go. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Clear start, nice. Everyone just showing off their boat handling skills here. Very good time and distance. It's almost like that's a regular club line start practice, that. Going down to the red mark.
Looking great. That's it, head up if you need.
Nice big gush, just and go, just
Right,
make it that
race
little
two,
bit. Just had 30 seconds.
Same course, straight ahead, straight opposite you, the rainbow, down to red and then to the yellow. Same box.
Hard to see the start line, but it's just the 3 flats that go down, it's just off of there towards where the red mark is. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Good start by the Ilka at the far end. Nice by this Vario, it's just come through as well. So now the tide is coming from the top of the screen across the course. So if you're on starboard tack, as these boats are here, you should be able to lay the pin without needing to tack on support. My money would be on the Ilka at the far end of the course here, with the tide pushing them from left to right now as the screen's looking. They should have saved the most amount of distance. The boats that started at committee boat end, you'll see as they get further up the course, more likely going to need to start to reach down to that top mark. So there's probably about 10 boat lengths saved, easy, by starting at a pin compared to the committee boat. From here we can see that the Ilka that started at a pin is already starting to bear away to make it to the top mark. And that is just from here, the tide that's going from left to right across the course. Right, just under 30 seconds to go on race 1 here. What's interesting, we've got 2 different tides. At the yellow mark, the tide is moving from left to right, and where we are at the committee boat end, the tide is moving from right to left. So get swept over the line at the far end and pushed back at this end. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good start. We can see the port tacklers are favoured on that left-hand wind shift we've had to get across the line, as well as being in the better tide at the far end.
Sit sails in. Ah.
that low tide has just been, so we'll start to turn now. Probably worth getting to put them on sail because they just sail it further up the mud by the looks of it. And then once the mains drop, then try and put them off again.
Oh, hit a mark. They could have protested Brian there.